Hello friends, now the topic is hypertension. Hypertension, also known as high blood pressure, is a long-term medical condition in which the blood pressure in the arteries is persistently elevated. High blood pressure usually does not cause symptom. Long-term high blood pressure, however, is a major risk factor for coronary artery disease, stroke, heart failure, peripheral vascular disease, vision loss and chronic kidney disease. Classification. So hypertension is classified as primary hypertension or essential hypertension and secondary hypertension. So primary or essential hypertension, almost 90% of all the hypertensive cases and the causes are generally unknown. Next is secondary hypertension, when there is disease process or abnormalities associated with its possession, as in disease of kidney, congenital disease of aorta and others. So hypertension is divided into primary and secondary. So next I am coming to burden of disease. It is estimated that 16% of ischemic heart disease, 21% of peripheral vascular disease, 24% of acute myocardial infarction and 29% of stroke are attributable to hypertension, underlining the huge impact effective hypertension prevention and control can have on reducing the rising burden of cardiovascular disease. Next I am coming to rule of halves. The rule of halves for hypertension states that half the people with high blood pressure are not known. That is rule 1. Half of those known are not treated. That is rule 2. And half of those treated are not controlled. That is rule 3. So coming to rule number 1, portrays the status of awareness regarding the disease and the efficacy of prevailing screening programs in diagnosing the disease early. Next coming to rule number 2, depicts the status of treatment for hypertension among those diagnosed and the awareness about self-care in prevention of impending complications. Rule number 3, address the status of adequacy in treatment for hypertension. Next coming to the risk factor, previously also I have told that there is two types of risk factor, non-modifiable risk factor that we cannot change and modifiable risk factor that we can able to change. So non-modifiable risk factors like age, sex, family history and genetic factors, and modifiable risk factors are obesity, salt intake, saturated fat intake, dietary fiber, alcohol, heart rate, physical activity and environmental stress. So next I am coming to the topic cancer. So cancer is a group of disease involving abnormal cell growth with the potential to invade or spread to other parts of the body. Possible signs and symptoms include a lump, abnormal bleeding, prolonged cough, unexplained weight loss and a change in bowel movements. Next I am coming to classification of cancer. First is carcinoma. Cancer derived from epithelial cells. This group includes many of the most common cancers and include nearly all those in the breast, prostate, lung, pancreas and colon. Number 2 is sarcoma. Cancers arising from connective tissue like bone, cartilage, fat, nerve, each of which develops from cells originating in mesenchymal cells outside the bone marrow. Next I am coming to lymphoma and leukemia. These two classes arise from hematopoietic, means blood forming cells that leave the marrow and tend to mature in the lymph node and blood respectively. Next I am coming to germ cell tumor, cancers derived from pluripotent cell, most often presenting in the testicle or the ovary, seminoma and dysgerminoma respectively. Next classification is blastoma, that is cancer derived from immature precursor cell or embryonic tissue. So there is 5 types of classification. First one is carcinoma, next is sarcoma, third one is lymphoma and leukemia, fourth is germ cell tumor, and lastly is blastoma. So in my next class I will discuss about the causes of cancer. Thank you.